I just enjoy American flags, and I knew that I can draw a good picture with kind of like the spray can aspect. I've done it a couple times before. So then with my artistic talent choice, I just decided to kind of throw it on the canvas and do it.
Anything that's colorful and anything that sort of stands out and is unique, I guess, it sort of stands away from like the rest of the like stereotypical like paintings and drawings and stuff like that.
It draws so many questions. It draws so many questions. That's how you know it's a good art piece if you want to know more about it. Definitely requires more than one glance.
They can connect, and that's like that common, you know, where normally they might not be able to have anything in common or have a conversation with somebody, but their artwork provides that, and it just facilitates this dialogue with all kinds of people from every different angle and view, and that's quite phenomenal. I've always been really passionate about the fact that art and visual arts give a voice to a population that really can go unheard, and so that's why I just feel these kids have been working. They've taken art 1, 2, 3, even 4 years of art in this school, and you know, so I think that they've earned that kind of right to be able to be seen visually through the show. And so I really want the community to be able to see what the talent is here, you know, and I know that people are aware, that's why they come to East Long Meadow, that's why they live here, but I want it to really be hard not to notice, you know, that it's alive and well, and that it's just speaks to a population of kids that might not go notice. Art for me was what gave me that confidence, and so I consider that a gift, and these kids have just gone above and beyond, and I think that people seeing their work is going to take that as a gift in itself.
It kind of represents like two different sides of people. The one that we show people, which is that one, and the one that we have hidden, which is that one. I mean, we're all kind of connected to this one because we all kind of put on this like facade. We kind of base it on like how other people are acting, I guess. Like what side the other person's showing.
Well, I believe that I got my idea from the the movie that I saw recently, The Expendables 3, and the title that I came up for my movie final is called Rock and Randall. My fake movie is going to be mostly about just being outside. This image over here is like I would have to say like that can be either my older brother Alex or my cousin John, like just holding a hammer. The backhoe came from my machine that I use at home to work outdoors is a Bobcat B100. What I would have to do is like I would have to draw these sketches out onto the canvas after when I painted with a watercolor. What I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like to take a meter stick and a pencil. Then I'm gonna start drawing those images onto the canvas.
And so this was painstakingly created one feather at a time, you know, methodically glued, and it's brilliant. So. Can't wait to display these because we're going to shine light on them, so the way the lights and the shadows will catch is going to be really beautiful.
Alright, well, like, I've always been into, like, the fantasy stuff, so I thought, like, if my life were to ever be a movie, it'd have to deal with dragons in, like, a fantasy world, since I've been obsessed with them since I was a little kid. In life, I guess we need an expression, like, of how things are going and how we see the world, other than, like, other people, so I guess when we put our work out there, people get to appreciate it, and we stand up for each other, and I know a lot of artists, like, if you're bashing on someone else's art, they try to back you up, too.
I've got a couple kids, you know, talking about some, you know, big social issues that are struggling and that are touching their lives, that they're struggling with, and they're, you know, should we go there? Do we take that route? Or, you know, do we play it safe? And, you know, that decision is ultimately up to them. I can't decide that for them. But I do encourage them and relate my own experiences and say, whenever I've been up against a challenge like that where it's like, do I go into that realm that's a little tough for me to handle and it provokes anxiety? I've never been sorry that I've gone that way. And it is almost a therapy, if you will. And so, you know, I leave it at that, and I just tell them my experience and leave it up to them to decide. And, you know, through the beginning stages of the sketching and we have a lot of dialogue between us, and we go around and we talk about possibilities, and from where it starts to how it grows and develops and changes is so exciting. And I think seeing the students just kind of in that constant creative mode, you know, is really, that's been the most striking to me, because they are thinking on such a high level and they're really considering everything around them, what affects them, what they really are sensing a lot more than I think we even realize. They're definitely dealing with some heavy issues all the time, and we know that, but the fact that they're willing to take risks about incorporating those into their artwork, I think, is just above and beyond.
That's actually a real government paper. I might be able to get in trouble if someone from the government sees that, because that's like when I found the copy of that, there were words blacked out, and I had to do a bunch of research to find all those words that were blacked out and stuff. And I have the people's real names who were involved and everything on there, the real dates and everything. And I'm really into like the government conspiracies and all that stuff and everything that happened. And back in the 60s, the government tested drugs as a form of mind control on civilians and stuff. And they did a project called ELHS. Artists usually do like a personal form of art, or try to give you a personal meaning or a personal message or something. When along the lines of something like that, it's a message that everyone should hear instead of something that you're trying to relate to. It's a personal interest, but I feel like the area and the situation and what it's all about should be an interest to everyone, because it is what happened in our history of our country.